Good morning. Welcome to Pastor John's Fireside Chat. It's Wednesday, May 26th. I hope that you're doing well. Today we come to the end of our devotion on Psalm 23. We've been looking at it verse by verse. David writes, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows." And then the last verse that we'll consider today. "Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." If you know anything about King David's life, you know that he had a lot of trials. Some of the troubles that he experienced, he brought upon himself because of his disobedience. But that goes back to what he said earlier, that it's the Lord that brings people back. And the Lord brought David back from his wandering ways to be where he belonged. But this last verse simply is basically a summary of where we've been in the last several devotions. The Lord is our shepherd, and it's the shepherd who leads. But as David reminds us, it's also the shepherd that's our rear guard. Because goodness and love come because God is in our life. Yahweh, the good shepherd, Jesus Christ, our good shepherd, not only leads us through the trials of this broken world into the green pastures of eternity, but he's also behind us. The shepherd knows that as they're leading their flock, they always have to be aware of the fact that there could be predators coming up from behind. And so the shepherd is always looking at his flock, and he sometimes will walk around, sometimes he'll be in the back, because if sheep aren't lost, they know how to get home. It's when they are lost that they need to be guided. So sometimes the shepherd would walk in front of the sheep, sometimes behind. And what David is reminding us as the people of God is that we have a good shepherd who takes care of all of our needs. Not only does he guide us, but he is there to have our back in our modern vernacular. And I hope that you not only know that up here, but that you know it in here. Someone has once said that the longest spiritual journey a person will make is 12 inches, from what they know to what they actually believe. It's when that truth gets into our hearts that we start to experience the peace that David was trying to impress upon us in Psalm 23. We really can live life joyfully. Goodness and mercy are a part of our reality because Jesus Christ has claimed us as his own. There are difficulties in life. There are bad things that happen in this world. There are bad things that happen in our lives. And yet, there are also incredibly wonderful things simply because Jesus Christ is there. And one day, all the bad will be removed and it will be eternal bliss. But in the meantime, as we continue through this life, I pray that you'll take some time to celebrate the goodness, the love that you experience because you have a good shepherd. Have a wonderful day in the Lord.